All right, so welcome everyone. This is a little bit of information about the upcoming Belize educational experiences that we offer at Lincoln Land Community College. My name's Professor Cox, and I've been leading groups down to Belize for the past 14 years. So I just wanted to present some information to you guys. That way, if you're interested, please touch base with me, and I'm more than happy to follow up on any questions you may or may not have. So to start off with, let's figure out where is Belize. This is a small country in Central America. It's south of Mexico to the east of Guatemala, and the Caribbean sits on the eastern border of the country. So you have this tiny little country, and the great thing is everybody here is going to be speaking English. So we don't have to worry about any kind of language barrier when we're traveling down in Belize. We fly into the international airport, which is located to the west of Belize City, a little town called Ladyville. And then we'll take a shuttle down to this region of Belize known as Saboon. We're about 20 miles south of the capital called Belmopan. Now, please keep in mind when we're in Belize, it is a developing nation in Central America. So there are some realities we have to face when we're traveling and staying in a foreign country. Not everything's the same as it back here in the US. But this is where we're going to be staying. It's called Sleeping Giant Rainforest Lodge. The accommodations are up to par with anything you're going to find in the US. So all modern facilities, hot and cold showers, air conditioning in the room. They have Wi-Fi at the station. Most cell phones will have service there. That's more of a provider issue than a country issue, but I have AT&T and I can get reception from the upper balcony of the field station. We're actually sitting at the bottom of a mountain range, so there's not the most direct line of communication or line of sight for the cell towers, but 90% of the places we're going to have reception. Now, when we get up in the morning and we head out into our classroom, we're going into the jungle. So what we're going to see here is real jungle. This is authentic, natural jungle. It's not sanitized. It's not paved paths. Often the guides are cutting the trail open in front of us. Most of the paths that we're hiking on are game trails. These are where the animals are running and walking and doing their thing. We're just following their path, which brings me to one of the activities that we'll be doing. We're going to be working with Jaguar research. So I started this research 2 years ago in Belize at the Sleeping Giant Rainforest Lodge. We're going to keep doing this research. We're going to continue it. If you're interested in details about the research, talk to me or check out Inspire-Adventures. Google that, look up Jaguar research. It'll give you the details. But we've been monitoring these cats for the last 2 years, trying to identify how many cats are on the property, are they males, females, but also what's the rest of the wildlife look like in Belize on this property. And so far, we've had some great success with getting images of a lot of diversity of wildlife. I'll leave it there, let you guys explore it a little more if you're curious about it. So that's one of our activities. We'll spend a day doing that, just playing out in the jungle and learning what's the jungle like. We'll also do a community-based project where we sample the stream and we look at the water quality of the Saboon River. So I'm going to teach you guys, how do we assess water quality? How do we determine if this is good, if it's safe, if the water is drinkable? Are there problems with the water? Developing countries are facing a lot of stressors, and they don't have EPA there to help monitor constantly. So we're helping with this. And every year I collect the data, and then I go back to groups in Belize and tell them this is what we found. So fortunately, every year so far, the water's been good. But we are seeing some significant changes in the country. A lot of new development, a lot of agriculture going in, a lot of housing developments, which could potentially threaten their water source. So it gives us an opportunity to do some science that has a really big community impact. We're also going to do some playing. For those botanists in the group, I'm going to take you to the largest orchid and bromeliad collection in Belize. This is housed at Caves Branch Botanical Gardens. So we're going to go and tour their grounds, take a look at the orchids. They'll talk about the medicinal plants. Just a nice, fun, easy activity for us to learn about the value of these plants in the rainforest. They provide food, they provide resources. For us, they can provide different medical or medicinal values. So, like I said, very casual day or casual activity, but one that you're going to learn a lot from, learn a lot about these different plants. All right, I'm also going to give you guys a free day. You decide what you want to do. I have 3 different activities scheduled. You don't have to do any of them. You can pick which one you want, do whatever you feel like. But we can go snorkeling on the barrier reef, we can go cave exploring, or we can go zip lining. Now, all these will have guides to take us along, make sure everybody's safe and that there's no problems with the trips. But I want you guys to choose. What do you think would be the most interesting? This is all built into your package, into the structure of the trip. Or if you decide none of these are really that interesting, hang out by the pool, grab the kayaks, go kayaking on the river, grab the mountain bikes, go biking in the orange citrus groves. Lots and lots of things to do here. But I just want to give you guys a free day to play, have fun, and decide what you want to do and enjoy yourselves. I do want to introduce you to some of the culture of Belize and Central America. So when we do this, we're going to go visit Mayan ruins. These are Mayan ruins that date back thousands and thousands of years ago. This is a ruin called Sunantanich. We'll take a day, we'll go to the ruins, and we'll explore. Again, a very casual day, but you're going to get a lot of history and a lot of culture this day. I'm not going to teach any of this information or talk to you about it. I'm going to let the guides do that. This is their culture, their history, their background. I want them to talk to you about what it means to be Belizean, what it means to be Mayan, things like that. They'll talk to you about all of the information they know about the Mayan civilization. The civilization had millions of people, and then it started and eventually collapsed. There are still Mayan today living in Belize and Central America, Guatemala, Mexico, but their civilization is nothing compared to what it used to be. Why did it collapse? It's a lesson we should learn to potentially prevent future collapse of civilizations. All right, biology people, or people who just like birds, we're going to stop by the Belize Raptor Center. This organization is dedicated to conservation of raptors. They get all sorts of birds of prey that have been injured, or maybe they've been orphaned, caught in a fence, maybe they got hit by a car, and they bring them in, they rehabilitate the birds. And then every bird that's healthy enough, they release back to the wild. If they're not healthy enough, they become an educational ambassador. And they'll teach us about these birds. You guys will be able to hold these birds. They'll let them fly to you and they'll land on your arm. So it's a great interactive experience where you can learn firsthand about the raptors of Belize and Central America. And then our last day there, on the way out, we will swing by the Belize Zoo and check out the best zoo in the world. So we're going to have a couple hours here to do a behind the scenes tour with Sharon Matola. She is a director of the zoo, and she's going to talk to us about their Jaguar rehabilitation program. So we're out in the jungle looking for jaguars. We're now going to learn, why should we be doing that jaguar research? What's the benefit, the value? Why is it important for us to do what we're doing? So you'll have a firsthand experience at the zoo behind the scenes that other people will not get. So let me show you a little video here of the Jaguar Encounter. This is the kind of stuff that you guys can experience. You can get up close and personal with these jaguars at the zoo and learn about them, and they'll talk to you about why are they there, how do they bring them there, what is the value of the jaguar to the ecosystem. So an amazing experience to be that close to those animals. So these are all things we're going to be able to do during the trip. It's all built into the itinerary. I put it all together for you guys, and you don't have to think about much when you're there. Now, the dates of the trip are January 6th through the 11th, 2020. So this January, at the end of this semester, is when I'll be heading back down to Belize. This is my 14th year taking students there. To get you there, airfare, room and board, all of your meals except for one dinner, all of your activities, the zoo, the ruins, the Raptor Center, etc. All of those costs are built into this $1,600. Right, so again, if you're interested, get a hold of me, Professor Cox. I'm in Sangamon Hall, 2322 is my office. Just a couple doors down from the fish tank with the turtles in it. Or email me, dave.cox@llcc.edu. And happy to answer any kind of questions you have. Try to find ways to find money for you and get you there. If you are interested, I do offer a field studies course called Bio 209. It's a 3-credit course. It's hybrid. We do work online in November and December. We go in January. We come back and wrap it up. So let me know if you have any questions. Look forward to seeing you guys in Belize.
Welcome to